Snow, snow, snow. We're all stuck. All of us. Look at all them. Some guys are chaining. Some guys are not. Some guys have chains on. They don't give a shit. Some guys don't. But I have no idea what the hell they want me to do. Chained up. That ain't working. Guess I don't have enough chains. Turn me back around. Buttholes. So, as you can see, I'm snowed in. Well, this isn't like snowed in. I mean, the roads are clear, but, you know, I chained my drive axle, you know, the one that actually, you know, rotates, you know, when you push the gas. So, I chained that up, and then I chained the last axle and my inner axle of the actual, what do you call it, the tank. Well, I come to the checkpoint, you know, where all the CHP are, Caltrans and all that shit, and they're like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, not too good, I don't like chaining and shit. And they're like, yeah, you're gonna have to, you know, you're gonna have to come over here and turn around. I says, why is that? I go, I'm chained up, you know, what's going on? They go, well, you gotta have your other drives, you know, chained up too. And I'm like, but that's not a drive axle. I mean, it is, but it doesn't turn unless I lock my differential. And I'm like, okay. I go, well, shit. I go, I can hear my chains breaking, because we're riding on the actual ground. It's not padded at all by the snow. It's the actual, you know, asphalt. But I'm just sitting there hoping that they'll let us go, but it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it at all. So, and the other chains I have, I checked them, and they're not good. I need to get all chains, brand new ones. Freaking sucks. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait it out. Freaking sucks, but well, we'll see what happens. I mean, worst case scenario, I already let my dispatch know, and worst case scenario, I'll have to take this load back to the valley and just do that. So, day in the life. Hey, what's up, everyone? Long time no see. Been doing a lot of working, driving. Haven't been home. Shoot, we're going on a month, almost a month and a week. Almost a month and a half. So, haven't been home. I'm just eating some menudo. Cheater menudo, as my mom calls it. It's hot. Yeah, I got all the fixings for it. Lemon juice. The menudo mix. But the one thing I don't have is, well, I love cilantro, and I love onions, and I don't have that. But this is what I use. This is the tea one. So freaking good. As long as I have something like that in my water, I won't drink soda. So these are a must, because I can't stand water by itself. But anyway, well, So I've been busy. I've been working, like I was saying, and also I've been working on getting my food trailer business up and running. So I made some calls the other day. Today's Sunday, by the way, the 30th of April. So I made some calls. And ooh, it's hot. Oh geez, it's hot. A little too much spice. So wow. Yeah, so I made some calls and just trying to figure out this whole thing. I have a buddy that him and his wife had actually owned their own trailer. They opened one up. So I messaged him just a little while ago, and I know he's working, so he'll probably get back to me. But just to ask some questions, you know, how he got started and this and that. But I've been looking up a lot of like how-to on YouTube, the internet, you know, Google, and things like that. And what licensing I need, you know, to get that going, get that started. But I was like, well, I'm gonna make some phone calls and then see if like, you know, on Monday, see if these companies are open that I can, you know, start talking about a logo, start talking about, you know, what the business actually is, and then them creating a logo for me, like for shirts, you know, hats for the cooks and stuff like that. And it's like, well, wait a minute, I don't even know, like I know what kind of food I want to, you know, to serve, but I don't have a logo or anything like that. So I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta think about that. So I've been writing stuff down, and so I even have my book here, like I have logo, what kind of food it is. I don't want to give it out yet, but my heritage is mostly Mexican, you know, born here, raised in America, obviously. But like I've been writing notes. I don't know if this is a good idea, but you know, it's, you know, the food that I'm going to produce, that's me. You know, everything about this trailer, it's a representation of me, who I am. And I'm a cook and chef at heart, went to culinary school, the whole nine. I love cooking. That's what I do when I go home. I'd rather be in the kitchen cooking than being at Disneyland. That's how much I love cooking. But I also love being in the trucking industry. I also love driving. I love the job that I do. I love the money I make because it's going to help me get to my next, you know, adventure. And so I'm thinking, you guys, you know, whoever watches these videos, I don't know who, but maybe you guys can give me a little bit of input. But I wrote notes on here. It says, well, as far as like the logo goes, you know, on the outside, t-shirts, hats, would like to incorporate my trucking life with my love of food and cooking lifestyle too. Oh. And I put on here too, also want to buy and support Fresno State University products in support of my community. Maybe somewhere like little bulldog stickers or logos or whatever, because they do, Fresno State, where my daughter went for college, they do have like their own grocery store, their own produce store and all that stuff. I don't know if they do their own like meats and stuff, but I think I have an idea for that. And I'm a pretty good grill man. We could do it ourselves, but I have a buddy that you know, I practically, you know, he was my next door neighbor. We lived across from each other for forever. When I met him, he was just this little butterball of a kid, And I mean, he must have been maybe 10 at the time, maybe 11. I met him one day. I was outside messing with my paintball gear after I just got done for practice. He heard all the popping and snapping and cracking and all that. Kid came over, never left. So I had the honor and opportunity to watch this young man grow into the man that he is today, and I'm very, very proud of him. But anyway, that's another thing. So see, with him and his brothers, they started up like their own barbecue joint. It's mobile. Now, with them, they're only doing competition. They're not really cooking like for a business. It's just fun, just to have a good time. Now, if his brothers want in on it, great. If they don't want in it, maybe he will. But I think maybe I'll just have him cook all the meats, him smoke them, and then he delivers them. I'll take it from there. He makes a little money, and then I make money selling his product. So we'll see. And of course, merch for the cooks and staff. So just things like that, things that I'm thinking about. Well, my buddy Troy's calling me, man. Mr. Mays. Yeah, so just things like that I'm thinking about incorporating. I've already been writing down food options as of right now. I only have 4 because doing my research and the things that I know as a young cook, young chef, back in the day, I know that in a truck, you don't want to have, unless you got a staff like crazy, you've got it, you've been in business for 5 years, and you just got it like that. You got food flying out the window. Just keep it short, keep it simple. Simplicity goes a long way. That's what I'm thinking about doing. 4 main dishes. Of course, it comes with sides included. And then you have so far I have 3 options, but I think I'm only limited to 2. So 3 options for the sides, but I'm thinking about deleting one of them. Maybe. I already put my notes, maybe. So yeah, so just thinking of these things, that way it's quick on the fly. I don't want my customers waiting for a very long time. I want them to be able to look over at another line of people at another trailer or truck, whatever, and if there's people there that have already been in line, they ordered and they're already been served, they're already eating, but my line isn't moving, or it's just moving very slow. No, I don't want that. So those are things I'm thinking about. Just want to make sure that I cover all my ends, and then of course doing research on like all the licensing that you need, and from it could be from the state, obviously your city, even a county, you got to have all those licenses and your business license, so I can't call anybody right now if I don't have a logo, some kind of idea what I want to do. I got to kind of present my idea to whoever is going to either build the trailer, which I probably could do brand new, out the door, or buy a used one. There's nice used ones out there too. But I gotta make sure it's California compliant, because California, they're a bunch of assholes and they want their cut. Because if you're gonna be making money hand over fist, well, let's face it, California wants their cut. So, but yeah, so I'll definitely cross that when I get there. But so right now, I'm just I found this website, just stumbled onto it, and I just put how to create a logo, you know, for this type of food, food trailer, this type of food, a little bit of an idea, and it created all these names and logos and all that. It's really cool. It's really neat. I like it. I like it because you can actually see it, like what it could look like, you know. So hot. Yeah, so I'm excited. I get excited when I start writing in this thing. I'm looking up stuff constantly, you know, watching YouTube videos, doing my homework, looking up online, how to, where to, you know, where to get my license, where to do this, where to do that, you know, inspectors, you know, how to deal with inspectors, getting those inspections that California requires, you know, because I don't want to be shut down before I even start. I don't want to spend, you know, anywhere between $20,000 to $40,000 on a trailer, used or new, and then have one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, but you know, you don't have this, so you can't, you know, serve food yet. And that's what I don't want. Oh no. Bear about that. All right, sorry about that, everyone. Yeah, so got a call from my boss, and yeah, they're having issues over there at Petaluma, so I gotta pick up a run over there, and then what else do I gotta do? I gotta take a 34 over there, but I don't know, I might not be taking a 34. Might be jumping in another truck and go picking up another load. That way my hours don't turn on. Shh, don't tell DOT. But yeah, so might end up doing that. But so yeah, just lots to do, lots to take care of. But other than this video, I'm gonna install some other footage that I got when I went up to the 80. It was one of the first days that they were like, oh, okay, yeah, 80 is good, you know, it's getting warm again, blah, 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 there's no clouds. All right, cool. So I get up there right away. I mean, you know, there was supposedly no chain laws, you know, that was BS. There was chain laws full in effect, you know, maximum chain. And so I had to start chaining, and next thing you know it, they're like, oh, you know, yeah, we're gonna have to turn you around. And I'm like, you know, there wasn't even a drop of snow on the ground. I mean, other than the sides, you know. But I was like, whatever, dude, you know, that's fine, whatever. So I turn around, call the boss, let him know what's going on, and he's like, well, screw that, you're not going to stay there. He goes, we'll take that load somewhere else. All right, cool. So I ended up taking it to Tracy and got it unloaded there. But yeah, what a day. Then to go back up there the next day, and finally it's clear, you know, it's like, whatever. So, but I chained, I was ready, you know, I was ready for it, but whatever. But yeah, so I'm gonna install, you know, maybe a couple pictures, you know, of being up there, real pretty, you know, in the snow. And that was from like, man, maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, and yeah, go from there. So yeah, about my journey with, you know, this whole culinary thing, you know, I'm excited, can't wait. You know, it's another adventure that, you know, I want on the side, you know what I mean? I mean, maybe while I'm working, you know, somebody help me run it while I'm working, and have income, residual income coming from different places, you know, other than just, you know, me driving, my wife working, you know, and that's how you build wealth, you know. That's you know, I don't want just a paycheck. I don't want our paychecks to, you know, be the only thing coming in. You know, I want more, and not out of greed, but, you know, to build something, you know, that I can leave my kids when it's time for me to go, you know, or build, you know, something to where they can give it to their kids, you know, And I'm not just talking about the trailer. I'm talking about, possibly a restaurant one day. I want to invest in property, and I already talked to my realtor, and she's on board. She's just like, let's do this. We can do this. And she's, let's just wait till, the percentage goes down a little bit, and then we'll start investing. I said, all right, whatever we need to do, let's do it. So I'm looking to buy some properties as well, and so I can rent them out and things like that. So yeah, definitely looking towards the future, because I got started so late. Now I'm just trying to catch up, and not just catch up, but supersede what I need to get done. But yeah, I'm gonna get it done, and I'll take you guys with me. So but I'll upload some more videos right now, and then we'll take it from there.